Freedom of speech is one of the founding pillars of our democracy, and since 2003, the third week of October has been celebrated as Free Speech Week. Boston is an iconic city for activism and free speech, from Faneuil Hall, known as the Cradle of Liberty, to the Old South Meeting House, brewing the revolutionary Boston Tea Party. Take a look at BNN's coverage in the past year to commemorate how residents and community leaders are shining examples of the power of free speech.
Show me what democracy looks like!
This is what democracy looks like!
Show me what a union looks like!
This is what a union looks like!
Staff members say high costs and unsustainable workloads are driving talented educators away, impacting students who rely on consistent support. Across Boston, educators and families gathered at key intersections, holding signs and chanting for change. This week, Boston teachers are taking to the streets, with members of the Boston Teachers Union holding informational pickets outside all 116 Boston public schools on Thursday.
A rally took place on Tuesday to resist new federal actions that threaten to leave the homeless of Boston stranded without health care. Outside the South End building that houses the Boston Healthcare for the Homeless program, frustrated advocates from the 1199 SEIU Healthcare Workers Union and concerned allies joined to raise their voices, united in their efforts to prevent the loss of several positions serving the homeless.
How much has changed for these tenants in the last 9 months?
Fix the past! Stop the mistreatment! Give us security! Give us a written agreement!
Not a lot, as these disrespected residents protested last week in front of management company Beacon Communities to make their voices heard once more.
If we complain, we're considered the bad guys, there's repercussions, we get written up. And it's just got to the point that we have to do this just to make them listen to us.
Across Boston, landlords like theirs refuse to negotiate, jack up rental prices, and neglect requests to fix the abysmal living conditions. And on Friday, City Life Vida Urbana joined tenants in rallying against the housing injustice.
Stop the harassment!
Stop the harassment!
Stop retaliation!
Stop retaliation!
Fix the bad condition!
Last week, concerned agencies and residents stood in solidarity on the front steps of the Massachusetts State House to stand up for what they call unjustified abductions and demanded that Governor Maura Healey hears their voices and takes action on the issue. Protesters hope that their example of solidarity will grasp the attention of Governor Healey and lawmakers who can make more effort to protect vulnerable MA residents.
Hundreds gathered outside Boston City Hall to support Mayor Michelle Wu as she testified before Congress regarding the sanctuary cities policy and the local immigrant communities under attack.
They marched in solidarity to reclaim Indigenous Peoples Day as the name of the holiday.
We are marching so that this state government acknowledges Indigenous Peoples Day in lieu of Christopher Columbus Day.
One is just the division that plagues the country and the fact that we're mobilizing against a government that is really following wrong-headed policy. In those days, it was the war in Vietnam, which was just an absolutely unnecessary, unjust, and terrible war. Today, it's the assault on the Constitution, on freedom of speech, on immigrants, on every part of the government that the Republicans don't like. So it's a different set of issues, but once again, what's needed is people organizing and protesting and being able to convince people who don't agree with us today to come over to our side, and that's only done by listening to them.
Today, that spirit still echoes through our streets. At BNN, we've witnessed how free speech takes shape across our neighborhoods. Each rally, march, and public gathering tells a story of courage, community, and connection. The people who take to the streets are not just exercising their rights, but strengthening the very foundation of democracy. Each story is a reminder that the right to speak out is also the power to build a better city. As we commemorate Free Speech Week, we celebrate Boston's continuing legacy as a place where every voice matters.